Your Eminence, Excellencies, dear spouses, we are happy to present the 10th edition of the World Meeting of Families that's going to be held from 22nd to 26th June 2022 and will be held in Rome as the main headquarters. The topic of this meeting, family love, vocation, and a way to holiness, means to highlight the value, salvific value that family relations can have in everyday life. The proposal of Pope Francis consists in rereading Amoris Laetitia in light of the calling to holiness received with baptism, of which he speaks in the apostolic exhortation Gaudete and Exultate. Marriage and family are in fact the way to live in a concrete way the vocation to love, expressing the value of relationships through the sharing of joys and toil in every day and helping all of us to meet God. After the delay caused by the pandemic, the world meeting will start again from Rome. The diocese, which has been asked to organize the meeting as well as logistic aspects in communion with the Dicastery, is gradually relaunching the preparation work today. Realizing this meeting without further delays is a priority. Families need to feel they are accompanied and supported by the Church, and we, as the Church, need to find again spaces for ecclesial communion to strengthen anew the family pastoral care and the announcement of the Kerygma after more than 1.5 years of suspensions of so many pastoral initiatives. Expectations are great for this meeting. During the years, this important ecclesial event was marked by the participation of an increasing number of families, uniting theological and pastoral reflection, which takes place during the Congress, with moments of spirituality and celebration. The thousands of people who have participated in the most recent editions, thanks to the richness of their languages, cultures, and experiences, have been an eloquent sign of the beauty of the family for the Church and the whole of humanity. We must continue along this road, trying to involve the highest number of families possible in this beautiful initiative. The 10th edition of the World Meeting of Families is going, however, to be held at an extraordinary time of hope and rebirth after the great test of the pandemic. And for this reason, it will be held in an extraordinary manner, which we will live out as an opportunity afforded to us by Providence to organize a world event capable of involving a great number of families all over the world. This will take place through using the new technologies for communicating, with which we have become quite conversant, but not only. The dimension of the personal encounter cannot be fully replaced by internet-based connections. In this sense, and for this purpose, we will organize this edition of the World Meeting of Families in person, but in a multi-centric manner, with local initiatives in the diocese, similar to those that at the same time will be taking in place in Rome. Every diocese, in other words, will be able to be the center for a local meeting for one's families and communities. This will allow us to try and to meet the desire of the Holy Father, which consists in setting the stage so the participation is made possible for everyone, even to those who will not be able to come to Rome, because this was always the Holy Father's greatest concern. The previous meetings, which saw the participation of a greater and a growing number of families with great difficulties, were trying to reach the Pope from all over the world, did never exceed the 35,000 participants in the Pastoral Congress. Very few families compared to all those who had to stay home, where the meeting was seen as a faraway reality that people could only follow on TV, and many families would not even be aware of its existence. Why then should we not see in the current situation that has been brought about by the pandemic an opportunity to try and give the chance to participate in this meeting to all the families who will wish to feel a part of the ecclesial community by resorting to local initiatives? For this reason, the World Meeting of Families this time will be organized in two parallel ways. It will keep in Rome its main location, where there will be the Holy Mass with Pope Francis in St. Peter's Square, and then the festival and the Theological Pastoral Congress in the Hall of Paul VI, which will see the participation of the delegates of the bishops' conferences of the international movements involved in family pastoral care and special guests. All these events will be organized by the Dicastery for Laity, Family and Life and by the Diocese of Rome, and they will be broadcast in live streaming all over the world and will be followed through the social networks. At the same time, in the diocese, we propose to the bishops to adopt initiatives at the local level to plan similar initiatives, precisely starting from the topic of the meeting and using the symbols that the Diocese of Rome is developing, the logo, prayer, the hymn, and the icon. We will, for this, provide tools and indications for the local celebrations. And after the summer, the catechesis that the Diocese of Rome is preparing will be made available. All these instruments have always had the aim of preparing families to the meeting, to start with them a journey in the ecclesial community, to deepen the topic proposed by the Holy Father, and with a view to looking at its impact on the magisterium, on the family magisterium at the local level. So preparation will be proposed as a beginning of a pathway of families with their own priests and pastors towards the big moment of celebration and sharing, which will be celebrated in June 2022 in their respective communities. This does not mean that this is going to be a smaller edition, and on the contrary, we ask you to be even more active, energetic, and motivated to organize initiatives with and for the families at the local level in community with what is going to take place during the same days in Rome. Naturally, this invitation will be met in a flexible and creative manner, because every diocese will be able to organize what is possible in relation to their own pastoral and ecclesial local realities. What is important is that really there should be the willingness to place ourselves at the disposal of the families that are the first beneficiaries of this meeting organized by the Holy Father, to grant them an opportunity for encounter and ecclesial communion. So families will be able to organize in the initiatives, will be able to participate in the initiatives organized in their own church, and if they want to, they will be able to follow with live streaming the Congress, the festival, and the Holy Mass presided by Pope Francis. So it is a matter of not missing an opportunity aimed at relaunching with enthusiasm and a new missionary drive the family pastoral care, starting from the indications that we were given by the Holy Father, spouses, families, and priests together. The way in which this 10th edition of the World Meeting of Families, the way in which it's going to take place, will be presented to the public with a press release at the end of June, 1 year before the inauguration. Then greater details will be presented during the press conference that is going to be held in the month of September 2021. We ask you, therefore, to keep the information you have received confidential, and at the same time to commit yourselves so that this new initiative is understood and known by the local churches and by families, illustrating all its positive potential. Thank you.